we're live. Almost. We'll hopefully everything goes well. There we go. Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Acklon here, and welcome back to each and one of you. And of course, if you are watching this over on YouTube, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, but also click the link in the description down below, because it is always better when it's, live. Always better when it's live. It's almost Christmas. 4 days, in fact. 4 days before Christmas. Mr. Smokin', how you doing, brother? I personally don't think I'm that excited for Christmas, but then again, I'm not really doing much on Christmas. Probably gonna go out for dinner. Not gonna fucking cook dinner here. We don't have anything to cook dinner with. So yeah, probably just gonna go out for dinner. And then whatever else. I don't know what else people do on Christmas. I haven't had a proper Christmas thing for years, right? So yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing on Christmas. Mr. Smokin', how you doing, bro? How's Star Wars treating you? Just another day at my house, bro? Yeah, I think the same. Very much the same for me. Christmas really is just like, yeah, just another day. Another day, another dollar, I suppose. But I mean, it is a big deal for a lot of people. And I do think one day I would like to do like a big fucking Christmas dinner. Like proper Christmas dinner. Don't know when though, but we'll see. Let me get man. The Claus stories are so fun. Oh man, I really have to fucking try it. I have to try that game. At some point. I don't exactly know when, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just trying to finish the year strong. It's almost the end of 2021, dude. Fucking no one prepared anyone for 2021. I don't know what year was shitter. 2020 or 2021? Both equally shit, right? But I feel like 2021 is actually worse. Because, I mean, things have still not gotten back to normal. Life's still a fucking shit show. Zealous Dark, how you doing, brother? It's 5:47 a.m. I do apologize. King Julian, motherfucker. Thank you for doing sub, dude. Really appreciate that. 6 months in a row. 25 months altogether. Really appreciate that, brother. It's changed a hell of a lot since I last played it, but so fun. So it's 6 a.m. in New York. Jesus, Zillidas, are you still one of the few people that actually hold out? Still living in New York? Because from what I've heard, living in New York right now is a fuck up. Char, how you doing, bro? Zukimi, how you doing? Hello, why so early? Still at work? Zukimi, because we usually these days start this fucking early. Nanamaya, how you doing? I'm not from Europe. I am from South Africa, but it's basically the same time zone as Europe. So it counts, I guess. After 2020 and 2021, I am almost terrified to see what 2022 will be like. Are you going to play Final Fantasy today? Yeah, probably going to be. Yeah, most likely will. Nanamaya, why did you ask? Did you think I was from Europe? Which country, FY? Go stop. How you doing, brother? Happy to have you here. Yeah, we'll play Final Fantasy today. But we first have a couple of things that we need to discuss. Some shit that I saw that I want to go through. And then we'll play some Final Fantasy. Yeah, something like Germany, Netherlands or so. Wait, does my accent remind you of Germany or Netherlands? I mean, I guess I'm close to the Netherlands, or as close as you can get, right? Miss Meliwana, how you doing? Doomhammer, how you doing? Snubby, how you doing, brother? So I want to know, what's everyone's plans for the holidays? Do you guys have crazy plans for the holiday, or just gonna be fucking chilling? Snubby, what's up with me? I'm streaming. Not much, really. I woke up, I went to the shop, got food. Well, I got meat to put on the barbecue later today. Tonight, really. And then went live. Not much else. It's a crazy life I lead, you know. I'm good. Just had my 3rd vaccine and just got back home. Hype to try the raid in FF. Nice. Zukimi! Merry Christmas comes early. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. Really appreciate that, Tsukimi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we get some love in chat for Tsukimi and the fucking gifted subs? Always awesome. Really appreciate that, Tsukimi. I'm just spending Christmas with my family, not going anywhere. My plans are to chill and play League of Legends and watch your stream. I did resub to WoW and try things out. Did good for a few days. Now, Xeonet. Yeah, let's move on. I get it. I get it. Doc Savage, how you doing, brother? The Choice, how you doing? Thank you so much for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. Barbecue or braai? Barbecue. Well, braai, but most of my viewers wouldn't understand what a braai is, so barbecue. But no, if I'm putting meat on anything, it is on a braai. Obviously. I am South African, which means barbecue is a type of sauce. It's not actually a thing that you use. But yeah, happy to have all of the new chatters here. Really appreciate you. How's the new digs? Hot as shit, actually. The wind has died out, so it is just crazy hot at the moment. For the last few days, actually, it's been... yeah, there's penguins not too far from where I live. For the last few days, it's been over 30 degrees Celsius consistently. Yesterday was quite rough. Yesterday was about 36. The day before that was about 37 degrees Celsius. So that was fucking horrible. I may actually have to get an AC because with no wind, the heat gets to you. Right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm sweating my balls off because it's too fucking hot. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get an AC as soon as summer break is over in South Africa, because right now it's gonna be hard to find people to actually install those. Summer is hot, Nana. Summer is fucking hot. What's a braai? A braai is what people in the rest of the world would call a barbecue. It's where you have wood, you make fire, and then you cook meat on it. But we refuse to call it a barbecue because a barbecue, Americans like to barbecue things like burgers, and that's not a barbecue. You don't put burgers in a barbecue. You put steak on a barbecue. Well, on a braai. Seen 45C this past summer where I live. Yeah, you can fuck off with that heat. Thank you very much. I don't want it. I'm already struggling with this shit. What are we actually gonna do? Oh, we have someone who claims, one of the viewers sent me a DM with someone who claims to have information on the next expansion for WoW. So we're gonna watch that and see how that goes. I have a couple of other videos that I've waitlisted that we'll watch, and then we'll play some Final Fantasy for the rest of the day. Down north will get longer. No, our days are still pretty fucking long. Yeah, they claim they have information on the next expansion. To Spider-Man in an hour. Damn, rare time I catch a stream. Tell me, why would you want to go? Are you gonna go watch Spider-Man in the cinema? Miss Mage, I'll definitely do something like that. Yeah, I refuse to go to the cinema. I haven't been to the cinema in over a decade, and I don't plan on fucking changing that anytime soon. Once it's really, it's chillier in Texas. How hot is it today, Miss Manyone? In normal units, not freedom, please. The freedom units is very difficult to figure out. How hot is it in normal units? You know, the units that the rest of the fucking world uses. I will also be seeing and spending time with my brother and niece for Christmas, Echo. Nice. Nice. It's good when I think you have family around. We don't have any family around where we live now. My closest relatives are about 1,500 kilometers away. So, sadly, it is what it is, you know? Before that, do you think the ending of Shadowlands seems good? As in, we winning against Zuval? No need to answer now, but curious about the answer. Nanamaya? No. No. There is a reason why I no longer really cover World of Warcraft, and why within the next couple of weeks, the last World of Warcraft video that I ever make will probably go onto the channel. And from then, it will be other games, other content, things that I actually find fun and can actually trust to make content on. It's too much. In America, my town uses Celsius still. Not still, Must Mage. Excuse me. Your town uses Celsius still, as if Celsius is sort of part of the old guard, and all the countries need to get caught up and hip-hop and happening with the fucking freedom units. Not still. At least. My town is at least using Celsius. Freedom units doesn't work, it's shit. It's cool for you to branch out, looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to branching out myself. The fact of the matter is, there's a couple of things that's completely wrong with Zuvul. But let's ignore all of the other things that's wrong with it. Let's just go on the fact that we defeat him. We were told that we can't fight Sargeras because he's too powerful. Right? That's basically why we would never fight Sargeras. He's too powerful, we wouldn't be able to kill him. Not without the help of many, many, many more powerful beings than Sargeras. And now we're defeating Zuvul. Arguably someone with exactly the same power level as Sargeras. How does that work? It makes no sense. None of it makes sense. The whole story just doesn't make sense. Heard what Savannah's thought was happening, even if she was deceived. Well, that's on a, like, it would have been nice if they actually gave us information like that, right? About Fahrenheit, he was born in Gdansk in Poland. What, the dude who actually came up with Fahrenheit was born in Poland, so we have Poland to thank for that shit system. No, King Julian. No. I will most likely... I mean, never say never, right? Because I never covered World of Warcraft because I had to, or for the money, or for anything like that. I covered World of Warcraft because it genuinely was my favorite story. It genuinely was my favorite lore. So never say never, but I don't think so. I think if 10.0 is a banger and 10.0 does well, I will play it for a couple of weeks, make videos on everything that people need to know, and then I will move the fuck on and I will go play other games again. I don't think I'll ever fall back into the WoW trap. Nothing will change if they keep the same people in charge now. True. Very fucking true. If you start to go down the 40k rabbit hole, not yet, Doc Savage. Right now, I'm fully committed to the Final Fantasy rabbit hole. Maybe at some point in the future, I'll go down the 40k rabbit hole. There's definitely a very big chance of that happening. But as things stand right now, I'm perfectly happy with Final Fantasy just providing me with all of the content that I could possibly need. It scratches my itch, you know? And I recognize that it's not going to do so for every single person. And I recognize that, you know, some people might not like it, but for me, Final Fantasy does exactly what I need it to do. It provides exactly the amount of content that I think it should provide. Rabbit hole, and it is very hard to leave because it's so great. True. I can now do Chocobo racing in 14. And CDJ, what do you think of the Chocobo racing? Everyone knows it is the best thing to do in Final Fantasy. I don't even want a WoW 2 right now. Miss Mage, I mean, I have tried Paladin, I have tried Dark Knight, Black Mage, and Summoner, but not at a high level, so I don't know yet. But right now, I'm just way too in love with the Black Mage to swap. I like how Final Fantasy plays and the community is. The only problem I have with that game is the amount of lore behind it. It's so confusing. Every game that came before feels like a reset or something. Oh, okay. Naname. By the way, thanks for all the comments on the haircut. I really appreciate it. The Final Fantasy lore is not connected at all. So Final Fantasy 1 is a game on its own. Final Fantasy 2 is a game on its own. Final Fantasy 2 has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 1 and vice versa. They are completely different games. It's basically... if you think about the name, it's actually perfect, right? Final Fantasy, as in that story that they're telling there is the final story. It will start and end in that one game, and then another game will start and end there. So, yeah, well, it's not a sequel at all. You shouldn't look at them as sequels whatsoever, because they're really not. The only thing that's sort of similar, Natalie, how you doing? Life sucks duck, how you doing, bro? The only thing that you can sort of argue is that there's sort of Easter eggs in the games, right? So there's always a Cid in every single Final Fantasy game, even though the Cid in every single Final Fantasy game is a different Cid. It's not the same Cid, but they'll use the name Cid sort of as a throwback to the Cids that you may have loved in other games, right? So they're really not connected at all. Pikaraku, how you doing? Dartha, how you doing, bro? The best way to look at it is almost like Witcher 3 and Mass Effect. That's literally what they are. They're basically two different games. They just all get called Final Fantasy. But you should not try to connect it at all, because every single one of those universes exists entirely on its own. I'm off to bed, but thought I'd pop by and say good day. Doc Savage, really appreciate that. You must be in Australia if you're already going to bed. Or Asia. Because I don't think there's anyone else that would say good night right now. King Julian, I agree with you. Aussie. There we go. That makes sense. It still doesn't stop being weird for having the same title. No, that's true. I was confused as well at the beginning because I thought to myself, wait, I want to play Final Fantasy 14, but am I gonna have to play 1, 2, 3 and up to 13? And it takes a while to wrap your head around the fact that they're not at all connected and you don't need information about either. You can just sort of, you know, live and they will just exist alongside you. Third shift. Arias, how you doing, brother? I'm about to finish Shadowbringer, so my Gilgamesh character. I guess this is my main now. Nice, Miss Mage. Fucking nice. Good choice. Serena, how you doing? I am so fucking hot. It's not even, and not in like the sexy way. Just hot in terms of it's fucking hot. I am feeling the heat where I'm sitting right now. It's in Australia because it's only 9 p.m. here. Well, Australia is huge, isn't it? Too bored. How you doing, bro? The sequels of some are good. X and X2 were amazing. Yeah, but I'm assuming X and X2 are sequels and prequels or sort of the same story just being continued, right? I'm assuming that's why they would call them X and X2. But I mean, those would still not be, yeah, those would be expansions. Those wouldn't be what we'd call actual, like, they're not connected to, say, XI, right? So X and X2 is not connected to XI or even XIV. You know, they're basically their own thing. 13 were the only ones with multiple games of the same story. I wonder why they took so long to stop bringing out expansions, because I think expansions are awesome. It's frozen outside here in Denmark. Nick, I fucking hate you. I wish it was frozen here. I hate being hot. Two board will finish it tonight. Well, today. But we will be finishing it. Councillor Mike, how you doing, brother? So do you think, Echo, when Yoshi P is done with Final Fantasy, he will have... So, Yoshi P, there's already a Final Fantasy 15, from what I understand. Yoshi P and his team is currently working on Final Fantasy 16. So, they're basically making two games right now. Yoshi P is working on Final Fantasy 14, and now also working on Final Fantasy 16. I think it's Yoshi P. That's the lead producer for Final Fantasy 16. It's 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Yeah, but you guys only have cold weather right now because it's your winter. For 14, he is very disciplined with it. Is this the normal time that you stream nowadays? Yes, Mike. Yes, it's been like this for a long time. At least for the last month and a half, almost 2. We've started earlier. Navenet, how you doing? Good day, all. Second time here. Glad I managed this time. Navenet, happy to have you here. But is this really your second time here? Why do I remember your name from earlier than just twice? Or at least once before. Mike, well, it's time to change your sleep schedule, I think. Second time live chat. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm following. I'm following. It is blue skies here. The sun is shining, but it's not -1 degree. Doomhammer, you are not fucking new to the channel. You lying bastard. You are absolutely not new to the channel. Must have been doing that subconsciously then. I like it. I like it. Everyone should change their sleep schedule to fit my stream schedule, I think. Best way to do it, really. So before we continue with anything else, let's hear it. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Don't change the fucking subject, chat. What are you doing for Christmas? Zukimi, this is not your first time here. Liar. Lies, all lies. My entire chat fucking lives on a throne of lies. Yes, we are, King Julian. Anyway, where do you live? It's my first time. Miss Manyone, it's not your first. Fucking liars, all of you. Wow. You guys, you should hope that there is no such thing as a heaven. Because if there is a heaven, half my fucking chat is going to hell. Lies, all of you. New channel, who dis? Yeah, one of my mods. Nice. You're a moron, Mike. You should remove the mod thing first before you fucking try to pull that shit. But order a goose with other things on plate, eating and watching Witcher. I don't view Christmas as a religious holiday. I think it's a nice time to hang out with family. I think it's look, my dad's Christian and he does not view Christmas as a Christian holiday at all, because if you just go by the timeline, Jesus was not born on the 25th of December. It's literally physically impossible for Jesus to have been born on the 25th of December. I think it's closer to April, just based on the timelines. Jesus was born somewhere in April. So even Christians, a lot of Christians, don't view Christmas as like a Christian holiday. They view it as just a family day, a day to hang out with family, have fun with your family, you know, do all sorts of crazy shit. I'm looking forward to eat all the food I can't afford during the year. Pagan holiday, they just associate Jesus' birth with it. True. The church sort of decided that they can have no pagan holidays, and so they turned it into a sort of Christian holiday. Christmas, I celebrate Yule, which is 22nd December. Supposed to be born around 17, 19 April. Been 4 months and died. I don't know if I'm going to resist the Christmas. Hey, Zillow, I've put myself in that position where I said I have to resist Christmas. I'm going to stick to my diet because I think if you can make it through Christmas and New Year's, sticking to your diet, you're unstoppable. The problem is if you fold on Christmas and New Year's, you're going to find other times in the year where you're going to fold as well. So I told myself, nope, I'm sticking to my fucking diet. I'm only going to eat the shit that I'm allowed to eat, and that's it. And yes, it's going to be hard because there's a lot of fucking nice food out there, but that's my goal right now. It's just sticking to that. No, when he was born, it is just a symbolic one taken from Rome, winter solstice holiday. I was pretty scared of the pagans and hijacked most of their celebrations. Yeah, you probably get the 2nd of January as the transcended human. I mean, if you can stick to your diet during Christmas and New Year's, yes, you transcend on the 1st of January. Ziang, how you doing, brother? You have to, because you are fucking unstoppable. All that food. Luckily, we don't have family near this year, so I'm not going to a dinner where they have all this nice food. If I want nice food, I'm gonna have to cook it myself, and I'm not fucking doing that. B Diddley, how you doing, bro? Yes, I got a haircut yesterday. I was sick and tired of my hair. It was going all over the place, and I recently started. Well, actually, I recently stopped washing my hair. It's been about 3 weeks now that I haven't washed my hair at all. I was watching this documentary. I should probably explain how I got there. I was watching this documentary on the shampoo industry and how it started. So, shampoo dries out your hair, and then they sell, because shampoo destroys the natural oils that's meant to be on your hair. Your hair is literally self-cleansing. The oil that sort of your hair produces or your scalp produces that goes into your hair catch the dirt, and then you can literally just rinse it off. But then shampoo destroys that oil, and then you need conditioners to put the oils back after it's been destroyed. So it's basically a giant fucking scammaz. So I stopped using, like, completely stopped using any sort of product in my hair, any sort of shampoo. I just get into the I get into the shower. I rinse my hair very well, so it takes about 2 minutes of just rinsing and rubbing it out to make sure that there's no oil and stuff left. And then I get out, dry my hair, and good. Oh fuck, I can't. Snubby, I'll look. I'll look it up. I can't remember the name of it. My brother linked it to me on WhatsApp, and I literally watched it on WhatsApp. So I never even checked what the name is. But I'll see if I can find it, and I'll link it to you. I'll link it on Discord if you want to. The oil helps, but still, once a week is recommended. Bottom line, Echo is right to a certain degree. Once a week is recommended by who? Who recommends that you wash your hair once a week? I was watching another, this is not a documentary, it's just a video from a journalist. Now, I haven't done this, by the way. I haven't gotten the balls yet to do this. But it's a journalist. There's a movement right now of people who stop bathing. Like, just completely stopped bathing. They just stop and they live their lives as if bathing is a sin, right? Or bathing is a sin. And this journalist was interested, and he said, fuck it, I'll go try it out, right? I want to see what this is about. And he said within the first 2 or 3 weeks, his boss came to him and he was like, you're welcome to work from home. You can't be in the office. You fucking stink, bro. Don't come to the office. Just stay at home. You smell horrid. It's impossible to have you in the office. And then about a month later, he says the smell completely disappeared. Completely. Just went away. Now people meet him and they actually say, wow, what's that cologne you're using? Like, his natural body, like, it took a while. So he spoke, for his article, he spoke to scientists and he spoke to actual medical professionals who explained it to him. But because you're using soap, which destroys all of the natural oils on your body that is meant to remove dirt and things and meant to protect your pores and stuff like that, it kills the natural oils, and there's a shit ton of bacteria that live inside those oils. Now, those bacteria that live within the oils are the ones who eat some of the dirt and, once you remove the oil, what you're left with is the bacteria that lives on your skin that isn't supposed to come into contact with oxygen. Like, they're not supposed to be exposed to oxygen. They're supposed to be sort of covered by this oil layer. And so what ends up happening, and this is why people stink, is the bacteria dies because they're exposed to air. And as they die, they start excreting this foul fucking smell. So what happens is after you stop bathing and using soap, like you still get in the shower and you rinse yourself off, but you don't shower, you don't use soap. It takes a while for your body to coat itself in the oils again and sort of get to equilibrium again. But apparently he's been literally, and it started off just as a piece. He just wanted to do a small piece. By the way, hello Fide, how you doing, bro? Thank you so much for the first time chat, really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now he's been living without showering for almost 6 months. Just does not shower. And he says he smells good. No one ever makes a remark on him stinking or, you know, reeking of sweat or anything like that. He's just good. Velestris, they just rinse it with water. They just rinse it well with water, apparently, and that's it. Hello, Fide! First time chat, and also decided to give me some of your money. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't resist. I have to eat all that nice Christmas food, so do mine. I just can't not eat it at Akko. So how do you do it, Akko? Do I look like the kind of person that can give advice on how to lose weight? King Julian, read the room, bro. You're literally asking a fat fuck, bro, how do I lose weight? You should really not be asking me. I am definitely not the expert, I think. Maybe he's surrounded by polite people, or does he? No, he asks, because he's a journalist. He wants to know. So he asks people, listen here, do I smell? How do I smell? And obviously his colleagues are going to tell him because they know that he's writing this piece and he's sort of updating the piece constantly. So they're going to tell him, you fucking reek, bro. Apparently it has to do literally with that. So there's another thing. Something that I heard not too long ago. Asian people don't really smell bad. Most of you should have heard this. Like, Asian people don't really smell bad ever. But it's also very difficult to get soap in Asia. Very difficult to get soap in Asia. Because they don't have really natural body odor. And I wonder if that body odor, or the lack thereof, comes from the fact that they don't actually use soap in order to wash themselves, and therefore they don't really ever have that problem with smell. Mobile Rant that you mentioned to have made you tons of money, and you actually lost a lot of weight from back then, Akko. Thank you very much, really appreciate that. And yes, that Diablo mobile rant made me a crap ton of money. Shit tons, actually. It's actually one of my highest paying videos so far on the channel. So yeah, it was a pretty good video. Some of my rant videos have really done a good job. Food you eat? Arius, I would say yes. I would say it all compounds, right? Public bathrooms, Japanese have onsen baths and showering bathing as like a ritual of self-care, rinse of negativity, demons, etc. Navenet, yes, but remember what we're talking about here is the use of soaps. So you get, for example, extremely natural soap, which, to my mind, so I'm literally just spitballing here, I'm not an expert, but I have sort of wondered if you use natural soap, like the first ever soaps that were invented without all the chemicals and the nice smells and stuff. It's literally just either a soap or like something to scrub yourself with. Yeah. So you don't even use soap. You just use something to scrub yourself with. That's not going to destroy the oil. Right? The oil and your body's ability to make oil is going to be destroyed, whereas the soaps that we use in our daily lives, you know, when you walk into a supermarket, there's like a million different kinds of soap. That's all chemically enhanced and chock and block full of chemicals that destroy the oil that's supposed to be on your skin. And maybe that, like, this is literally me just guessing. I have no idea. I don't think there's ever been studies. Why do Asian people not smell bad? I don't know. I've never looked. Maybe there is studies of, I don't know. But, you know, it's sort of just me thinking I could see that being one of the reasons. Know what a soap is, even though supposedly both do the same. The first soaps come from a herb, which is in Dutch called zeepkruid. Don't know the English name. Already in use in the Stone Age. As far as I know, every soap is the same. They just change the scent. Yeah, the soaps that we use these days, pretty simple. Pretty similar, yes. The only difference is that the soap we use today no longer really. Let's be real, it's not organic, right? It's soap that is chemically enhanced. If you turn over your soap and you look at the ingredient list, it's just fucking full of shit that you can't pronounce. King Julian, are you drunk? They must sweat. They're human. Humans sweat. Like, sweat is natural. They might not perspirate as much, but they must sweat at least to some extent. Anything factor in body odor, which bacteria your pH cultivates and such. Then there's factors like food and lifestyle, of course. The generic BO smell comes from staph bacteria, and the highlights to it are your genetics and lifestyle food choices. Dorito Druid, how you doing, bro? Asians don't really believe me. Zero sweat from Asian people. I can't fucking imagine that. I cannot imagine that. I'm fucking Googling it now. Chaz lying to me. Do Asians sweat? Because then I want to be Asian. I fucking hate sweating. Less sweat. They do actually say here. It comes from. It's not because they don't have. It's not because they don't have sweat glands. It comes from a gene. The gene is called ABCC11. Now, the ABCC11, obviously, they didn't put a lot of work into naming this gene, but that gene is non-functional in about 80 to 95% of East Asians. And the lack of that functioning gene accounts for both observations, less sweat and less body odor. But it's only less sweat. They do actually sweat. Just not as much as, like, the white people. Apocalypse, of course I fucking can. What are you talking about? I can't ask people if they sweat. You can sweat. Thank you, Google. Really appreciate you. Now go fuck yourself. Let's not forget that sweating is the body's way of cooling itself off. True. True. Although it also makes it extremely uncomfortable. Makes the body extremely uncomfortable. Just tipsy. That's fine. King Julian. It's my dream to stop sweating. I fucking hate sweating. It is such a... And I sadly got, like, the sweat gene from my mum. I sweat a lot. As soon as I start feeling hot, it's like, fuck, my body goes, oh my god, we have to protect ourselves. There's a flood coming. Not like, I should say, I don't sweat to the point where I'm like fucking, like, only here. This is where my sweat goes. It's literally just here on my face. My body is fine. My body goes, what heat? We don't know what you're talking about. But my head goes, Jesus. So I don't know, maybe my gene is broken. Like the rest of my body goes, nah, fuck it. It's like hair. My entire body is basically fucking devoid of any sort of hair. And then the face. All the hair just came to my face. It just congregates there. Like on my arms, it's just these little fine hairs. My legs, same thing. Chinese girl from high school was sweating very hard after taking heroin mixed with water. Jesus, that activated the gene. Experience of a lifetime. I think life becomes easier when you can live with sweating. I personally hate sweating because whenever I sweat, I become nervous, making me sweat even more. Why do you become nervous? Hello. What is interesting to me is just how much we change over time. I feel you. Like human heater, it's bad. I'm always hot. I keep my house at 66 Fahrenheit or 18C. 18C is the best temperature to keep your house at. I have high sweating in my head, so I look like I just took a shower. Just have to live with that, bro. You could always go, like, if it's really a problem. So for me, it's not really a problem. Like, it's not like I sweat to the point where it's just dripping fucking down and it's everywhere and you can't fucking survive it. It's just sort of little drops might form every once in a while if it's really fucking hot. Specifically if I'm outside in the sun. Then that will form. But if it really is a problem, you can remove some of the sweat glands. But here's something that's very interesting to me. Eccrine glands release sweat to cool you. Eccrine glands release oily sweat. The eccrine sweat is mostly salty water. There's nothing in that for bacteria, so it doesn't really smell. The oil from apocrine, though, has lots of compounds for bacteria to eat. Apocrine live near the genitals and armpits. Fun experiment. Next time you're sweating, rub your sweaty forehead and smell your hand. It doesn't smell at all. Dorito, true. True. Although, if you're in public, don't rub your balls and smell it. You might get caught on camera, and then you're famous for all the wrong reasons. I actually saw a video of a guy literally standing. You know those celebrity shit, right? Where the red carpet things, where they stand and then they take pictures. So this guy's standing there. He's taking a picture with some girl, I don't know who it is. And he slips his hand into his trousers at the back. Clearly goes digging a bit, right? Just, get those fingers right up there. And then he takes his hand out as if that's not bad enough. Like the cameras are on him, bro. On the side, you can see him doing it. He does this. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Don't smell it. Like, fuck, it's bad enough that you just went digging. Why are you smelling it? Like, that's just all manner of fucking wrong. I don't know why you went on camera. It's like, oh my God, dude, that's not right. But anyways, what I wanted to say was, what's interesting to me is how times have changed, customs change. So there's this letter that Napoleon, after some successful battle, sent back to his wife. He sent his wife a letter. And he said, I will be home in 3 days. And then right at the end of the letter, he says, please do not bathe. He's coming home from the war. He's really looking forward to seeing his wife. And he's asking her, please do not bathe. Don't take a bath right now, because I am coming home. And I thought to myself, if you were to write a letter like that these days, you'd probably tell your wife, please have a shower before I get home. Right? Because I don't want the shower to stand in the way. I literally just want to get on with it. And back then, that was considered fine. That was considered hot, I suppose. The natural smell of people were considered sexy. King Julian, that is close. Get that stank on you. Yes, I remember our national football trainer doing that during the World Cup. Good old times. Rubbing the balls and smelling them afterwards live on air. Are you talking about... what's his name again? The German football team. Jogi Löw. You're talking about Jogi Löw, right? Because he did that. Put his hand in the back of his pants and also smelled the goods. Also, while the cameras were fucking rolling. Which is just so strange. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Could you be stanky? But did it stink? Remember, we just discussed that. We literally just discussed that. Did it stink? Because it probably didn't. Could also be because they went heavy with smelly oils back then. I don't know, right? But then again, if back then they didn't actually use the kind of soap that we use today, that destroys the oils and just, basically removes your body's natural ability to keep itself clean, then it could be that they didn't really smell, right? Whether you pick his nose and eat it. Wait, Joachim Low normally picks his nose and eats it. Now that is fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, but that is just wrong. That is just wrong. Are in fact a sign if you are healthy or not. Some body odors are fine, but when you stand next to someone that really fucking stinks, dude, that is just, it is the worst in the world. It is absolutely the worst when you're standing behind some kind of fucking, like, this person stands in front of you and you just catch this waft of, you can clearly smell that there's something all dying inside this guy's pants. Kel, for some reason, we're talking about people sticking their hands in their bum and then smelling it, and also about people's dick smelling. That's been the conversation so far. I don't know what it might change, but that's been the conversation right now. Up until now, at least. Apocalypse, thanks for the 100, dude. Really appreciate that.
Stop sniffing people's pants. You might be happier.
I'm not smelling people's fucking pants, bro. John Rodway, thanks for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Sin family, how you doing, brother? I love my Dove soap for men with charcoal. Makes me feel clean and fresh. Dove soap for men. Wait. Miss Milliwan, are you a guy or a girl? Because MS is Miss. So I just assumed it's Miss Milliwan. Am I pronouncing your name completely wrong? Buddha, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Dude, really appreciate that. 2 months in a row, motherfucker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bacteria, it would destroy their skin. What? Mr. Smoking what soap? Lay soap. What the fuck is lay soap? Wait, but I have heard of this, just FYI. I have heard of girls preferring to use, like, men's deodorant and men's soaps and stuff because apparently it's better. Scruffic, thanks for the follow, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Extremely abrasive. Why the hell would you use lay soap then? Or lye soap? I'm a gay guy. It's an old Twitch gamer name. I went by Million, and I'm too lazy to make a new Twitch. Ah, all right. I follow. Geek Girldom. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for follow. Lye soap? Is those rough ones, right? I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. But why would you use soap that destroys your skin? Gentlemen, how you doing, brother? Your baby smooth? Wow, that is overreaction. I know a short film you can watch. It's called Dynamo Dream. I kind of want more people to know about that. John, what's it about? So you got a new haircut. Looks good and hey. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Geeko. And also thanks for the first time chat. New camera did arrive, or is my PC magically better? No, your PC probably, gentlemen, because I still use the same fucking camera I had before. The new camera won't arrive until the new year. Everything's closed right now. At least all of the online places are closed. Hello, sweet man. I know you have problems with Blizzard. You have right. I'm playing 2 years WoW and love Classic. Do you think or have hope to save everything to save the legacy of Blizzard? Hi from Hungary. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to all. Prometheus, how you doing, bro? No, I do not have any hope for Blizzard. I have no hope. Seeing that My Strange Addiction, where that woman bathes with bleach. You can't bath in bleach, can you? That seems very dangerous. And if so, I have in mind. I don't even know what the fuck we're really talking about. Chat, you have officially lost me, by the way. FF, I didn't make it past the Realm Reborn. Kale, best game ever. You should just get past the Realm Reborn, really. And Ian, we're both fired. Would you have hope for WoW Day, Nako? No, because there's no... Maledictions, how you doing, bro? There's no evidence to suggest that the new people would actually be any better than the old people. So I would have to see a complete shift in the way Blizzard approaches their customers. That is what's important to me. Because right now, what I find with Blizzard is just that I don't trust them as a company to do what is right for the community. Because I don't think they care about the community. The hope was lost when they added that pet or mount or whatever last week. I mean, my hope for Blizzard have been dwindling for a long fucking time. Was on live stream on YouTube, so thought I would share. Love you too. Gig Goldem, I'm very happy to have you here. Welcome to the most degenerate chat on Twitch, by the way. Things are very different here on Twitch than what they are on YouTube. On YouTube, it's more goody-goody. Here on Twitch, everything goes. We regularly offend everyone and everything on this channel. Thorworld, how you doing, brother? Trimmed beard and cut hair, huh? Yeah, I had to. My hair was driving me fucking nuts. Well, we'll only come back if they bring back the original team, and even then, I don't think the original team would save WoW. You do need new people and new blood. Because the thing is, if you keep working on the same game for long enough, you do lose your passion for that at some point. At some point, you lose the ability to really look past your own shadows. So I don't think the old team needs to come back. They just need to shift their focus. As long as the focus is on engagement, the game will remain shitty. The focus has to become the players' enjoyment of the game. Is what is required. Standard Hamster, thanks for the tier 1 sub, did really appreciate that. 3 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So why are you even surprised at this point? Surprised at what? Let's be honest. Why are you surprised at this point? Blizz are always adding mounts and pets to the store. King Julian, oh my fuck, I hate when people make that argument. Just because America have always started wars in countries that they don't belong in, doesn't mean that it is okay for America to start another war in a country that they don't belong in. Just because serial killers have always murdered people doesn't mean that it is okay for serial killers to murder people. Just because you repeat the same fucking bullshit bad behavior over and over again doesn't suddenly magically make it okay for you to continue to repeat the same bad, fucked up behavior. I hate when people say, oh, but Blizzard have always done this. I mean, it's what Blizzard does. Like, what? That doesn't fucking matter. It makes it worse. If anything, it makes it worse. Liam, thanks for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More specifically, and specifically to your point here, we are talking about timing. Timing is what is important. Yes, Blizzard have always released mounts and pets, and yes, Blizzard have always tried to monetize the game beyond what is good for the game. True. But in an expansion where the game is already on fire, in an expansion where there is very little content for players to actually engage in, is this really the best way to spend your resources and time? Should you not now be trying to give your players stuff to do? Maybe new achievements that gives the mounts to people and the pets to people when they do the achievements. Maybe anything else than trying to pad your fucking store? How about giving that pet away because it's Christmas and because you fucked over your community for the last year. It shows the intent and also the mindset behind the company. That's why it's an issue. It's not surprise. I'm not surprised that Blizzard is doing this. I'm surprised that Blizzard can't see why it's wrong that they're doing it. Dorito Druid, so I've had the pleasure, or displeasure, depending on how you look at it, of speaking to someone who is very much entrenched within Blizzard. They know the goings-ons within Blizzard Entertainment. And they told me that it's actually not so hard to believe that Mike Morhaime didn't know about the vast majority of things that happened within the company. If you look at what, and this actually comes specifically from a person that I spoke to who works at Blizzard Entertainment. Something happened in a meeting, I can't remember exactly what, but there was something that happened in a meeting and they reported it to HR. This was years back, right? This was when Mike Morhaime was still in office. They reported it to HR. Months went by, nothing happened. So they went back to HR and they were like, hey, I reported this. It hasn't stopped. I just had another meeting with this person and they did exactly the same thing. What's going on? And HR said, look, we'll handle it. We are handling it. Again, months went